Boy, that's a busy time of year always, and we've got you covered here at Fox 13. We've also got you covered in the weather department with Utah's Weather Authority, Meteorologist Brek Bolton here.
And it's been busy, right?
It has been so busy.
End of the year, first week of January. I mentioned at some of the ski resorts, they picked up over 40 inches of snow just in this first week alone. And we are going to add on several more inches with more storms that will be rolling through the region here. We keep it going, but a nice break here throughout the week. And I want to share a photo coming up on our Facebook page, Utah's Weather Authority, highlighting Antelope Island. Yes, we had some clouds earlier on, and we had some winds, but the winds heading into the afternoon did die off. Look at that, hardly no movement in that water there. As we're going to be looking at mostly clear conditions here in the overnight hours, but we're gearing up for some bigger storms to make its move here, where we did have a little weak disturbance roll through portions of northern Utah. Didn't do much, brought some winds, some clouds, maybe a few very light showers across the mountains, but it did bring up temperatures today. We got up to 49 degrees. You can see on average we should be in the upper 30s. Record for today set back in 1945 at 57 degrees. Your sunset, which was a beautiful sunset, at 5:17. As we look ahead, we're going to keep 40s around and even maybe get into the 50s here along the Wasatch Front, where we bring in a storm, but coming in from the west, it's still coming in fairly warm in comparison to what we could maybe typically see here as we move through the month of January. Take a look at these temperatures right now. These are even at this hour above where we see our afternoon highs, where again, we should be at about 38 degrees. So fairly calm. We brought in slightly cooler air. But speaking of snow, snowpack, you know it's good here across the state. Throughout the state, anywhere between 160 to 180% of normal. So the state average right at about 175%. So it's looking good throughout the state. We also have to be mindful in other states, like for instance, we're trying to fill up Lake Powell. We need the upper Colorado River there to really have some good snowpack. And it's looking good, not as healthy as we've been seeing here through the state of Utah, but we're right on track here, or in the right track, heading in the right direction as we look ahead. And as I mentioned, looking to bring more snow, where winter weather advisories from the National Weather Service being put into place, which will be in effect as we look towards tomorrow evening all the way through Wednesday afternoon. Now, potentially that might get upgraded to a winter storm warning. Let me show you why. Models kind of changing here, but it's being very generous with the projected snow amounts as we look over the next 48 hours. Looking here across northern Utah, yeah, we're going to say a foot for sure, 1.5 feet, very confident. But man, some of these models really bringing it where it's packing a lot of moisture. And we're going to keep the snow mainly in the valleys. This is not going to be cold enough that we'll see snow in the valleys. We keep snow levels about 7,000 feet, maybe getting down to about 6,500 feet, which means for Park City at the base, we might see a mixture of some rain and snow, but the higher elevations, you're looking good. Now let's take a look at the central and southern mountains. Yeah, Brighton Head looks to do good. We're getting over a foot of snow as we look ahead. So benefiting everybody, but really getting slammed here across portions of northern Utah with the mountains and western Uinta Mountains as well. As I mentioned, we're getting kind of a break from the clouds right now. We'll quickly fill in though as we head into tomorrow late at morning. We start to see some clouds pushing through, and then this next storm hits, which means for your afternoon commute, you're going to see some wet roads, particularly across northern and central Utah. Tonight, though, as we take a look at partly cloudy conditions, we'll be looking at temperatures to be a little bit colder, upper 20s to low 30s here along the Wasatch Front. Still chilly in Vernal, where we got low teens, upper 20s in Cedar City. Tomorrow, though, temperatures still above average. Many locations in the 40s here across northern Utah, even 50s towards west central Utah, low 50s in St. George. We'll delay the rain until the afternoon, both across southwestern and northern Utah. Southeastern Utah, you're staying dry, partly cloudy conditions there with highs in Moab at 53 degrees. Now, St. George, your low 50s. You're really seeing the rain on Tuesday, mid 50s there. Then the storm clears away. We'll be holding on to the 50s through the weekend. Then another storm lining up for Sunday. You bring back rain into your area by the end of the weekend. Northern Utah, afternoon into the early evening, we'll get hit with the rain. It continues on through Tuesday, and then we'll get a little break Tuesday afternoon, then some more showers Wednesday morning, a mixture of rain and snow. But look at those highs, 40s, even 50 degrees on Tuesday. Also maybe a chance of showers with some slightly cooler air on Sunday. So we'll keep lining them up. We'll keep them coming in from the west, which means, yeah, rain in the valleys, snow in the mountains.